Have you ever felt like the universe was trying to tell you something, but you didn't know what it was? Like you were walking through a dark hallway of your life, and suddenly, you found this video not because you were looking for it, but because the universe guided you here. Maybe right now you're tired, standing at a crossroads, or caught in the stillness between chapters. When everything feels confusing, and you ask yourself, will I be okay? This video is not here to give you sweet promises, but to whisper one simple truth. Good news is on its way to you. This is not about small things. It's about stability, happiness, and the answer to your patience. If you feel like these words are speaking directly to your heart, know this is not a coincidence. But before we go further, let me say this. This message is not for everyone. If it doesn't resonate with your energy, simply let it go. But if you feel something inside you being touched, then maybe this is your time to listen. Consider this as a message from the universe, arriving at the perfect moment. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and most importantly, receive it with an open heart, not with fear. Because good things are already on their way to you. There were times in your life when all you could do was endure. Even when it felt like the world gave you no space to breathe, you still woke up every morning with a head full of worries. How will I make it through today? What should I do to keep things going? And yet, you carried on slowly but surely. Nobody saw how hard you fought not to give up. Nobody knew the tears you held back while keeping a calm face for the world. But the universe knew. God knew that energy was never wasted, was stored. And now, the stability you built with so much effort is beginning to take shape. The good news coming your way will not arrive as something huge and sudden, but as small pieces of life quietly falling into place. The bills that once piled up are now being cleared one by one. The job that felt uncertain is beginning to give you clarity. The projects that were delayed are finally moving forward. And you, the one who was once haunted by fear, are now beginning to feel peace. Not because everything is perfect, but because you have grown stronger, wiser, and more capable of managing your own life. You now understand your limits. You know how to choose your priorities. This is the moment where your efforts and your results finally meet. You no longer feel like you're running without direction. You can see now that the path you've been walking was never wasted. You were wounded, yes, but you also grew. Stability is not only about having enough money or a secure career. It's about the inner knowing that you can rely on yourself, that you are capable of facing tomorrow. And right now, you are walking closer to that place, the place you once thought was impossible, but is now within reach. Maybe you've been disappointed too many times. Maybe you've loved without being loved back. Maybe you've withdrawn, built walls around your heart just to avoid pain. But deep inside, you still long for something, not just for someone, but for a safe space where you are seen, where conversations are warm, where love is honest. And the good news is the universe is sending that love to you. Not in the form of a perfect relationship, but in the form of real, honest, genuine connections. People who don't expect you to be strong all the time. People who see you not for your status, appearance, or achievements, but for the energy you carry, the calmness you've found, the sincerity you radiate. This could be someone from your past returning with a wiser heart, or someone new who feels like home from the very first moment. And it's not just about love, it's about friendships, family, and the people who are meant to walk this journey with you. Those who once walked away may come back. Those who seemed cold may show care again. And those who've been quietly by your side all along, you may finally see their true kindness. You will realize you were never alone, that you are worthy of love without conditions. And more than that, You will learn that opening your heart is not weakness. It is one of the greatest strengths. To believe again, even after being broken. To trust again, even after being hurt. And when you do, you'll realize that happiness doesn't always require searching. It often comes naturally. The moment you allow yourself to be honest, the moment you let love flow back into your life. Maybe you've been standing between two worlds, too afraid to move forward, too tired to keep waiting. But soon, the universe will nudge you gently but firmly towards a choice. A decision you've been avoiding will no longer wait. It could be about a job you no longer love, a relationship you know has ended but haven't let go of, or a dream you've been postponing. This time, you'll feel the push. I can't wait anymore. I must choose for me. And surprisingly, it won't feel as heavy as you feared. Because when the choice comes from honesty, not fear, life begins to flow again. Obstacles open. Heavy energy lifts. And for the first time in a long while, you will feel proud, not because life forced you, but because you chose with courage. Not all efforts bear fruit instantly. Some seeds take time, but when they bloom, the sweetness lasts forever. You may feel like you've given so much time, energy, money, even love, and yet life hasn't given back. You've wanted to give up, but somehow you didn't. You kept going, even in small steps, even alone, and none of it was wasted. That energy has been stored in the universe, ready to return to you in ways you never imagined. Soon, the seeds you planted will begin to sprout. A simple idea you've nurtured may finally grow into a source of abundance. Someone you helped in the past may return with an opportunity that changes your life. Your silent efforts will not remain unseen. People will begin to recognize your work. Doors will open, and most importantly, you will believe again. You'll find peace in the process, knowing that your life is not meaningless, that you are walking towards something valuable. The universe has been working in silence, arranging paths, preparing surprises, not when you're panicking, but when you are ready. And soon, you will see, everything was already aligned. You just needed to trust and keep walking. If you stayed until this moment, it's not by accident. Your soul knew you needed this. Perhaps you've asked too many times, when will things get better? The full answer may not be here yet, but today the universe sends you this message. Good things are on their way. You don't need to know all the answers right now. You only need one thing, faith. Faith that whatever comes is not here to break you, but to shape you, to bring you closer to the truest version of yourself. Don't doubt your own strength, because if you've come this far, it means you are capable of going even further, not just to survive, but to grow, to shine, and to impact others. Maybe this video is just a voice, but if your heart feels touched, if a part of you whispers, "This is for me," then let this message stay with you. Nurture your hope, embrace your process, and get ready. Because the blessings you've been waiting for may come at any moment, in ways you least expect. And when that time comes, you'll look back and smile, saying, "It was true. I only needed to hold on a little longer." Thank you for being here in this space. Until we meet again, in the next message from the universe.